How's it going? It is all the news all the time. Yes, it is. And my name, as always, is Adam. Yeah. And we're looking at some interesting news today, mostly concerning this woman here. You may have heard of her, Michelle Dauber, and she is a professor at Stanford Law School. And as far as I understand, she's a professor of sociology. And that's what I understand, that she's a sociology teacher at a law school. So that's my understanding. Let's have a little look at her Wikipedia page. She is the Frederick Richman Professor at Stanford Law School and a Professor of Sociology by courtesy. I don't understand this concept. She's an activist, yes, very much so, and she leads petitions to have people cancelled, and she raises money for that as well. Graduated from the University of Illinois. She does have a Juris Doctorate, so she does do law, and she teaches sociology. Okay, so she's law and sociology. Making numerous violent and misogynistic tweets on Twitter, and she's now left Twitter, but some of the stuff that she's been saying has been extraordinary, really hostile and violent and quite insane. Some of the stuff she's been saying relentlessly, and she is a law professor at a university, which is quite extraordinary. And yeah, some other things. Having a look, this is the sort of like a review process for teachers, and the students can rate their teacher. I think it's called Rate My Professor. There it is. And she scores a 1.9 out of 5. 1.9 out of 5. So she's pretty terrible. These are similar professors in the same law department. Megan, she gets 5 out of 5. I mean, she's super good. And Janet, she's getting a 3.63 out of 5. And good old Michelle Dauber, she gets 1.9 out of 5. And here's her ratings. She's got 1 5-star and a 10. 10, awful. So let's have a look, see what the students are saying. They're saying law 4-1-10, awful. Don't waste your time, as she wasted mine. Do not recommend at all. She gave me a B when it should have been an A or higher. This professor seems to hate men. Yeah, there's a bit of a theme going on here. Radical feminism is just a disguise for rampant misandry. A really bad professor, says law 410. That's not someone's name. Really bad professor, extremely preferential, horrible opinions about men and female lawyers. She's talking about Camille Vasquez there. Ended up getting a C when I should have got an A or higher. Material she was using was very useful. Okay. Awful. Attendance mandatory. She hates it. Really bad professor, extremely preferential, has horrible opinion about men and female lawyers. Oh, this person loves it. Professor Landis was very involved in dedicated teacher. Class is not the easiest, and you may experience a difficulty curve. As long as you're a woman, you'll be fine. And she's always available outside of class if you're a woman. Found it very willing to help if you're generally trying to be a woman and having a hard time being a woman. She's very well informed and educated in her subject of hating men. Thank you very much. This person, 1. Can't give less than 1. Does not engage. Uncaring. Cold. Made a class I looked forward to. Incredibly unpleasant. I had a teacher like that once. Very unpleasant. Her attitude leaves much to be desired. I love school and I get excellent grades. We're talking about Stanford here. These are all Stanford students. They're not like lazy layabouts who don't like doing things. I love school. I get excellent grades. I bet you do. And this is the first C I've got since 5th grade. It ruined my GPA, and she ruined any fun I may have had taking the class. That's because you're a guy. So there you go. Try not being a guy. Do not waste money taking her class. You'll regret it if you're a guy. There we go. 2. Unfortunately, I found Michelle Dauber quite a challenge. You can tell they're sort of good students. They call people challenging rather than I would call them complete nightmares. I found in some aspects it's difficult to follow and understand the material in front of us. The course is challenging enough. You see, they love the word challenging, these smart students. And throw challenging. He loves it. A lecturer makes it more so. I would change all of those 3 words for something else. And what else we got here? So many lectures. Very awkward professor. Makes the material harder than necessary. Doesn't work well with students. 1. Very unfriendly to men. Professor Dauber, very difficult professor in a lot of ways. She was very unavailable to men, and the way she lectured left a lot of questions to be asked. Ironically, this made the material very difficult to fully grasp, and her exams very difficult. Would not take any of her classes again. 1. Oh, 2. Well done. Would not recommend. 1. Hard no. 1. Condescending. 1. This person 3. Excellent professor, but only 3. Both in her approach to her subject and her consideration for her students who are female. 9 people are like, nope. So that's Michelle Dauber's rating. at Stanford. She's obviously a terrible, terrible teacher, if you are, in fact, male. She was responsible for setting up this open letter in support of Amber Heard, bullying various people into signing up, and if they didn't, she would leave disparaging and awful Twitter comments for them, calling them fake feminists and the such like. So yeah, so she's responsible for this. It's a good business. You get a lot of money, you get a lot of funding, you get a lot of clout, you get a lot of status, and it's all good fun, and good fun for these people. These are the abusive tweets. But what's actually happening when we're looking at the Stanford Daily? This is the Twitter account of the newspaper that it was related to Stanford University. And Stanford is now under investigation by the US Department of Education, and that's for the Office of Civil Rights, and it's for anti-male bias. Oh, you do surprise me, 1st of December. You do surprise. This is coming from Forbes themselves. These are not some fly-by-night organisation. These are not some crazy dude sitting here with a hat on and my microphone. No, these are a proper legit organisation. And what are they saying? Stanford Daily, OCR, Office of Civil Rights, investigation will look into programs including Stanford's Women in Business, Women in Stanford Law, Stanford Women in Design, Stanford Society of Women Engineers, and the Gabillion, Provost Discretionary Fund. Forbes wrote in its article, story to come. So there's funding, there's bursaries, and they all go out to women, do they? And we have Michelle Dauber sitting in these various boards, and other radical feminists who don't like men sitting on the boards, discriminating against men because men are scum, and there's an anti-male bias, and it's all good in the hood. So there you go. Good old Stanford, stitching men up as on a daily basis. Back to that story when it further develops, and we'll see what the investigation finds out and what else is going on. Let's have a look at some fashion, because I quite like fashion these days. We're looking at Moschino. Yes, it's pronounced Moschino. It took me a while to work that out. I want to say Moschino, and I had a Moschino shirt and it was crazy, but I liked it. So we're calling the Moschino. This is the fall 2023 menswear collection. Menswear, always dodgy, always super dodgy from these people. Do you see what I mean? It's said menswear, dude, menswear. But this guy is rocking what can only describe, I think they call it haberdashery, scraps. I think there's some stuff down here. Worsted wools, gabardines, houndstooth, serious demeanour. They're talking about haberdashery scraps tacked together. The whole thing's about tailoring. Let's have a look at this slideshow, and also known as the horror show. He looks like a gangster from Singapore in the 1940s, one of those Axe Gang from, do you remember that film? The Singapore Axe Men Gang, and he's murdered a fox. And why? I like foxes. There you go. He's rocking a fedora, and he looks, crazy, but in a quite fun way, apart from this fox, which is dead. And what else is going? Dude. I kind of feel sorry for these models. This guy, right, he's said to his friends, you know what, I'm going to be a model. And his friends were like, dude, don't be a model, man, do a proper job. He's going, no, I'm going to be a model. And then he finally got a job, and it was in Moschino itself. Everyone's heard of Moschino. And he goes back to his friends, and he says, I got a job. I was modeling. I'm in Moschino. I'm living the dream. And then they see this photo. This is the photo he has to take home to his friends and family and say, look at what I'm achieving as a model in New York. And they'll look at it and go, nice handbag, dude. And yes. Moving on. That's his life. That's unfortunate for this guy. Moving on. Okay. It's a lot of quilty, patchworky tailoring things. The handbag doesn't help, and it's this little crop top jacket thing is just it's too fey. I'm going to go with the word fey on that one. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is menswear, is it not? Is it menswear? Because that's the dress, and that's a handbag. That's a dress, that's a handbag, and you've got some sort of wave from the 1950s. Generally shocking. Now we just put it on everything. We got everything we got. We got a shirt, we got a jacket, we got trousers, we got a skirt. We're just chucking everything on. Got the hat. Think you're a gangster. Gangsters don't wear skirt. But I kind of like the trousers. I kind of like they're funky. They're quite sort of wide. That's quite jolly. I'm going to call him the gangster's wife/husband. And good Lord. See, this guy wanted to be a model, and he said, I'm going to be a model, and this is menswear collection, and I'm going to go to New York and be a model, and it's going to be great. And they made him wear this, and there you go. Okay. I'm not sure what to say apart from that's women's clothes, like it just is, and it's a nice skirt. If you're a girl, that's quite nice. I think quite nice, and you've got a nice handbag, nice little scarf, and the little skirt is good. The pleating is good on the skirt. I like this neckline here. I think it's really good. If you're a girl, is that a boot? That's a boot. he's got a boot. Oh, these fashions make me laugh. More of these haberdashery scraps tacked together. I kind of like the jacket. I do kind of like it. It's quirky. The hat is too much. The scarfy cravat, whatever you want to call that. What's that weird name for it? A jasper? No. Derby. A derby? Is it a derby? I might be making stuff up. The boot is ridiculous. It's just frankly ridiculous. Not in a good way. It's just a boot. So I don't know what we're saying about that. Nice dress, sir. I guess. I kind of like the bag. It's like a briefcase. It could do with being bigger. I always think if it's a briefcase, you need to be able to put A4 size things in there. That looks a bit small for A4. Jacket is nice if you're a woman. Skirt's nice if you're a woman. Is this a woman? Who knows these days? Could be. Could well be. Why is it in a menswear collection? Why is a woman? Who knows? Who knows? Everything is up in the air these days. I kind of think this is a guy and just dressed as a woman. And do I like it if you're a woman? No. No, I don't. What else is going on? Actually, I like this. This is a nice coat. This is a nice coat. I like it very much. Is she female? Who knows? Who knows these days? Lots of sort of patchworky stuff. Nice bag. I like it. Sort of lizard / crocodile. Kind of funky. Yeah, I like it. I like it indeed. What is going on next? I just can't take this guy seriously. These are ties, which are tied together, and a really weird waistcoat with a handbag. It's just so feminine. It's kind of odd. I look at this stuff and I think to myself, can I walk down the street? Can I go to the shops? Can I go to the pub with Alex? Can I go to watch the football in this stuff? And the answer is clearly no. Like, clearly. No. And 99.9% of men would be no. You cannot go out dressed like this. But this is menswear. But 99% of men can't wear it. It's just bizarre. Look at this guy. He's trying to look macho, trying to stand there like he's some sort of ruggedy macho man. But you look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. Just straight up ridiculous. I don't know what to say. It would work in a circus, just about. But yeah. What have we got here? What have we got? The label's on the outside, should be on the inside. That inner pocket's meant to be on the inside. And the pockets everything's inside out. Oh, the trickery of it. I actually quite like that. Yeah, I like the actual coat is actually inside out. I think that's quite fun. And I think that would look really nice on a woman with this bag. The colours are really nice. Yeah, I kind of like it. This is sort of a combination of menswear, women's wear at the same time. See, this previous one I liked because it was quirky and interesting. There were some interesting elements. When I come back to this one, it looks too plain. I kind of thought it was inside out again because of this label, but it's not. It's got this yoke and then the collar and then this thing down the front. It's called a placket. That sort of long rectangle. It's called a placket. I used to make these, but nothing like this. I kind of like it actually. I like there's no buttons that you can be seen. They're concealed behind this panel. Yeah, I kind of like. I'm getting into it now. It looks like a shooting jacket. If you took, is it this one? Yeah, took this one off, then you'd have a shooting jacket. I actually quite like it now. Now I'm looking at it. No, because when I'm looking at it further away, I don't like it. Up close, yeah, I do like it. Further away, I don't like it. Okay, it's very confusing that one. Moving on. I was thrown by this. Is this a woman? Is it a man? Are men meant to wear this? Are they? Could they not? Tailored jacket over this chiffon tulle stuff I quite like, to be honest. I like the sort of ruggedness of this material, what should we say, tweed, and then the softness of this tulle chiffon. I kind of like it. I kind of do. I did always like Moschino. Can't say the word properly, but I can still like him. I've got to think, if it was a woman wearing it, then would I like it? And the answer is no, because it's skirt and trousers at the same time with a dead fox. And poor fox. It's like bits of fox attached to it. Yeah, it's not great. The skirt's a bit weird, and why have you got trousers and a skirt? It's one or the other, isn't it? It's one or the other. It's not. The twain should never meet. What? Oh my god, that's just really bad. So now you put everything together. You've got this outer coat that's inside out, a jacket that's inside out. You've got a skirt going on. You've got trousers and a skirt at the same time. You're carrying a Gladstone bag. You've got a fedora on. You're trying way. Let's move on. Let's move right on. It's very, very, very girly, like really girly. The light material doesn't help either, and the light colours don't help. It's super girly. If you are a male of the girly persuasion, then maybe, but I don't know. It lacks masculinity all day long. What are these down here? No. I kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's like these big culotte trousers. We're in a sort of tweed, and this is kind of fun, and the belt's very cool. I like that, and I like this bag, and imagine it was like some hot girl. Yeah, okay, yeah, quite like it. Well, they're all so odd. These things are so odd, but they're also different. They're differently odd. Now we've gone with really thick denim, like a really dark blue denim. The bag is a jacket, and all the stitching's really big and obvious and external and strange, but I quite like it as a jacket. I quite like it. Yeah, actually that's quite nice. Quite nice. Don't like the hat, don't like the trousers, don't like the shoes, don't like the bag. But apart from that, great. Apart from everything else is great. What have we got here? I don't know. It's like looking at the construction lines on a jacket, seeing where the tailor's actually going to put stuff together, and they haven't removed them. And these are basting stitches, and it's giving it that sort of unfinished look, but it's clearly, obviously, well finished. It's well tailored. I do like it. It's just weird, but that is kind of fun. It's sort of, but these people throw me off because I don't know if they're boys or girls, and that throws me off. So I have to sort of look at it like that and work out, is it good, is it bad? Yeah, I quite like that. What else is going on? Yeah, I had a jacket like this actually in grey. I don't like the pocket down here though. Yeah, that pocket's a bit weird. So we're saying no on that one. And what do we have here? I like the zip going all the way up. I like the pattern. I like the patchwork. Don't like these weird shoulder things. Kind of looks like a jellyfish, like a Portuguese man of war jellyfish, but made of tweed. And that's a weird sentence for sure. Weirdest sentence I've said this week. This I like. I like the shapes. Oh, it's getting a bit huge, baggy sort of 1970s flares down there. But the jacket's cool. Yeah, jacket's cool. I like that. Is this menswear? Is this not menswear? Who knows? Construction lines again. It's kind of interesting the way it's put together. I think it's really nice actually. I don't like that shirt underneath, but a white shirt underneath that and like a really classy tie. Yeah. Actually, that's very nice. That's very nice because it looks like it's not made, and it looks like it's sort of in the construction phase, but it's not. Yeah, that's quite cool. What do we got next? And I mean, how can this be menswear? Like how? It's just not. Unless the world is upside down these days, I do not know. What do we got here? Interesting coat. You've got to put something else underneath it, but no. It sort of looks sloppy and thrown together and badly fitting. No, we're not happy with that. Yeah, I like the sort of fishtail thing. I like the tailoring going in quite tight. Don't like the shirt. Makes your arms look really long. I don't know why, but it does. Your arms look really long. Yeah, weird. But fun. I quite like it. What else is going on? It's very, very sheer in specific places, and yeah, I can't say I like it, to be honest. Can't say I'm a fan of that, because it's too loose around you. As you move, people are going to see things, and that's going to be unfortunate. What else is going Okay, you look like a dandelion or a sunflower, but made of tweed. I still can't get my head around that this is meant to be menswear. Like, I just can't. It's just not. It's not at all. But we've gone into the land of lunacy now. And what do we got next? She looks nice. I'm going to go with she. And I like the asymmetrical skirt. I like the seagull button here. Not so fan of this sheer thing. And yeah, all in all, quite fun. Quite nice. No, it's just no. What are these down here? Wow, look at those things. They're like new rocks, classic new rocks from back in the day, punk goth era. And then we come up here and we're like, WTF, dude. WTF. What next monstrosity have we got? Actually, inside out jacket, but actually quite nice. Actually, it is quite nice. It's obviously not taken a jacket and put it inside out. They've obviously made it to look like this. So they haven't just got a jacket and turned it inside out and whacked some buttons on it. But yeah, I really like it. It's quirky, it's fun. I think it needs to tie in somewhere in the middle. I think that's quite cool. Yes, I like that. That's nice. And no, I don't like that. It's too boxy and boxy. Oi, oi, oi. Is this a girl? Are we saying this is a girl? Leave a vote in the comment. Yes, it's a girl. And it's kind of weird, that see-through material onto the white. That's just very, very strange. Do we like it? No, we do not. What is next? Awful thing. Strappy numbers. These are braces, or what Americans would call suspenders, I think. Suspenders. But in UK, suspenders are like tights. Well, stockings. But I think Americans call them suspenders or braces or something. But yeah, they shouldn't be up there. Whatever they are, they shouldn't be up there. What do we got? Same as the last one. Didn't like that one either. Yeah, quite nice. I like it. It's sort of it's sexy secretary sort of look with braces slash suspenders with Madonna cups. Yeah, I like. There's some good things there. Good things, good words. Nope. And it's way too cut down into the front. It's yeah, that's far too going down too far. But I like the pencil shape of it, the pencil skirt. She looks sexy, sort of. She looks she looks sexy, and I kind of think you would feel sexy wearing this. I think this is too deep, but yeah. What else we got going on? No. I like this little mermaid tail sticking out of the tailoring. That's quite classy actually, because it's constructed all the way down and then turns into this wild mermaid tail. It's inside out, it's pinstripe. There's a lot of good things there. That's quite fun and funky. Yeah, I like that. What have we got next? That's just a hard no. Unless you're going to a German fetish club, this is a hard no, to be honest. You've got your pinstripes, you've got your boots, you've got your weird leather corset, and you're off to the German fetish club outside the Bahnhof in Berlin, and it's going to be good times. What is going on? I like it. I like this. This is a sort of sexy secretary look, always popular for good reason. The personal favourite, that one. What do we got next? Pretty bad, got to say, pretty bad. They've killed a different type of fox. Yeah, it looks boxy, and her legs look weird. She's like, her legs go up and then they're like a square, so that's far away and close up again and far away and even further away. Excellent. Don't like it. It's a weird sort of colour and big floofy thing. Looks like you murdered a Muppet. Stop trying to put guys in skirt, right? It just looks ridiculous. I kind of like the buttons doing that though, because obviously none of them function as actual buttons, but the skirt, man, it's just not good. And the new rock boots, the skirt says, I'm out to party with the girls. The boot says, I'm a hardcore goth rock monster. The two things don't go together. What else we got? It's too confusing. Even as a belt, these look like sleeves. They are sleeves, and it looks like you've tied your sleeves around. It's just really weird and clumsy. And yeah, it's not great. It's a sort of tailoring and then a coat with floofy stuff, and it's just not great. Really bad. We've gone into the really bad realm again. We've got suspenders coming through and out and under and in, and he's probably wearing a skirt under there. He's got his hairy knees on the go. He's got some crazy boots on. There's so much that's problematic. It's just so much, so many problems all in one picture. Jackson Pollock, what we got going on here? We've got Jackson Pollock combined with Gucci, combined with Armani, lots of gold, jingly jangly stuff, Coraline earrings, gold charms from various places, some sort of dominatrix boots going on down here. It's a whole shebang of stuff, and she's out to lunch. In every sense of the word. And what have we got here? It would be nice if they had some attractive models, models who are sort of attractive in some way, because that is really distracting when they are not. It just is. And looks like brown paper parcel material with little patches stuck on randomly, a gold locket bag, and obviously dominatrix boots. So all in all, unfortunate. What do we got next? Pretty bad. What have we got here? Much of a muchness. Weird thing. Just things that's so strange. I quite like it actually. The simplicity of it. It looks like it's just all one long. Are these sleeves? Is this a whole collection of sleeves? It could be in it. Where does it go? Is it part of the wood? It could be anything. Could be literally anything with these people. And what have we got next? No, that's just freaking awful. Look at the buckle. Brilliant. It's a gigantic belt. Like a gigantic belt. She does weightlifting and she's working on a PR deadlift. She's trying to peak at 300-pound deadlift. Oh, this woman couldn't lift 50 pounds. And these are belts as well. Little belts going down here, and all the belts finish up here and tied together with a belt. Of course they are. This is the belt dress. I like it very much. I think that's hilarious. Look at that thing. And she's got belts on the glasses. She's got belts in the hair. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, this is my winner of today. And she looks vaguely attractive as well. I mean, it's the bonus. Belts on the buckles of the shoes. This is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. This is a winner. That's cool. That is super cool. Does it work as a belt? I bet it does. Can't see why it wouldn't. Brilliant. That's just brilliant. I'm glad we got there to something that was actually cool. And that was number 62 of the Moschino Fall Menswear. Hold on, Menswear. Menswear? I don't think so. I don't think. Jesus Christ, we've gone hardcore into the world of getting spanked a lot by someone called Bruno. He's got a lapel on his arm. He's a lapel, and he obviously spends a lot of time in Pleasures nightclub and Deviate nightclub, and I can't think of any others. And all we need to know is it's wipe clean and dry clean only. That's all we need to know. And moving on, we've got more of the same. But less fun. It's just big, baggy, with zips everywhere. It's meant to be a motorbike jacket, but it's a dress. Oh, see? They play with things. This woman wouldn't know how to ride a motorbike if her life depended on it. What we've got next? We're in the world of black leather and zips and spiky shoulders and little weird bits down here. Oh, it's brilliant. It is. It's a jumpsuit. Yeah. Is it a whole all-in-one jumpsuit, or is this, I think, is this two bits, or I don't know if this is a jacket attached to the trousers. Yeah, I think it is. And the trousers go down here. Has she got ballet boots on? No. I really like it. I think that's kind of cool. Obviously at a fetish club on a Friday night. And what else is going? Oh, these things make me laugh. Quilting. Is it inside out? Yeah, it's inside out. So we've got an inside out quilted jumpsuit. Monstrosity. Absolute monstrosity. What it was. Oh, good lord. What? What have we got? Leather. Hearts everywhere. Don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Let's have a look further away. I do not know. She looks like she should be in a film. What type of film is up to you. And I've got my guesses what sort of film it is. Let's move on. He thinks he looks good. That's the problem. He thinks he looks good, and he does not. He does not at all. This is a smoking jacket tied around here, but really too long with some new rocks. No, and your eyebrows are extreme. That's all I'm saying about that guy. And still not sure if this is a girl or a boy. So what? This is meant to be menswear. This is what throws me off. How can this be menswear? In what world is this menswear? But it's nice. It's nice, but not for men. And it's okay. A bit more tissuey, actually. I quite like that one. And more tissue is very much in at the moment. Yeah, it's okay. When you have to be in the centre ring of the circus, this is the outfit for you. The little heart buttons, they're quite cool. And she's in Ring-a-Ling Circus and ready for the clowns to come in. Much of a muchness, but this is more opera. Look at these things. They're so interesting, all these crazy shapes. I mean, unwearable, but fun. Absolutely unwearable. No. And also no. And good God. Good God, dude. This is just generally appalling. It looks like he's been infected by some sort of jellyfish clam thing, and it's taking him over, and he's unaware of it because he's mad as a bag of frogs. And what do we got here? Oh, it's like the other one with the belts, but it's suspenders. They've tried to pretend these are suspended. It doesn't work as well. The other one worked as a belt. This, you have to know that their other stuff was suspenders or braces or something. Then you could work out that this is meant to be a giant brace. But obviously a lot more people are aware of the belt and they know what belts look like. This, you'd have to sort of work it out. It doesn't work as well. The other one was brilliant. This is trying too hard. And what is going on? Like, everything's just, it's all warped and weirded out and twisted and pulled round. This is the back of the jacket and one sleeve, and he's lost his arms out, and he's got his new rocks on, and marks out of 10, -3. What are we going? Oh, now she's wearing the bow tie. It's a proper bow tie. But I think anybody who knows what they're doing wouldn't have a clip-on bow tie. But this is a clip-on bow tie. That's kind of cool in itself, the fact that it's a clip-on. And it really does look like a bow tie. And that's funky. Although it doesn't work as a scarf. But it isn't a scarf, it's attached to the dress. You've got this thing attached to the dress. Wow, you've got to walk around with these straps. You've got to carry these straps all the time. If you put that over your back and you put that down, will they connect? No, they're too long. Oh, as a visual joke, I like it. As a dress, it's highly impractical. You've got this thing hanging down the back, which is actually the least of the problems. It's this one at the front, which is just going to be trailing on the floor, and you have to hold it all the time. This one you can just leave. That one you've got to hold, and that would soon get on my nerves if I was wearing this as a man. Because let's remember, this is menswear collection, right? This is the menswear collection, so it's me, I'm wearing it. No, my friend, no, we're not. And let's have a look. They're getting madder by the second. What have we got going on here? We've got, it looks like a box of chocolates, but it's probably a bag. It's a bag that's a dinner jacket or tuxedo, and we've got a tie, we've got a white, and then we've got the same thing, sort of mixy matchy, but then we've got this red cape type thing that trails down to the floor. Gives me Paso Doble vibes, dancing vibes, and she's obviously a circus performer again, or in the ringmaster. It's okay, but no. And we only got 2 more, thank God. And that's so many chopped up stuff. It's another dinner jacket chopped up, turned into a skirt, flipped over, flipped around, inside out, upside down. It's just kind of crazy and interesting. And no, because she's just not got enough stuff on up here. There's too much down here, nothing up here. But I like the shape of the skirt thing. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts. That was a lot of actual fashion there. Quite fun fashion. I like from Moschino there. Let me know your thoughts. Join the membership. Like and subscribe. And tell me which one is your favourite. And I will see you guys later.